Queen. Queen. Huh?
Drink.
I don't know what that means. Those of y'all who are, you've got one already, my God. Who got ahead of this already? Oh my God, okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to another exciting debate from an ESL class. Be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe and ring the notifications, whatever, alright? And join our Patreon, okay, so we can, none of which exists. Alright, so, the deal is, the debate is violent video games lead to real violence. This team over here is going to be arguing, yes, they do lead to real violence, citing research and anecdote and the rest. Yeah, 7 minutes. This team over here is going to make the case, no, violent video games do not lead to real violence, etc. Maybe even they're beneficial. I'm not sure. All sorts of things. Okay. So, let's give this team a big hand as they make their way up to the debate.
Kill them.
Don't carry.
Don't be scared.
Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the effect of violent video games, especially young players. Stop exploring young players. Violent video games expose players to repeat acts of violence. Fighting, shooting, or even killing, and more were exposed to violence. The less we react to it emotionally. This is called desensitization.
Desensitization.
Nice. Good. I was struggling with it too.
Good. Yeah. Players feel less emotional response to violence. Like they get used to, and they get really worse when they're playing. And now you feel like, oh, if I do this, I can get this. So they get used to like aggressive action can give you rewards. The teachers say to the students, hey, don't play video games, or some say, hey, if you play video games, play some like help you to study. But most of the video games that are made now expose the kids to violence. What is more concerning is that many of these games reward violence behavior, and for example, gain points move to the next level or win the game by defeating killing enemies. Now, the last couple of years, you can see kids go to school and shooting. And if you ask them where they learn those things, probably it's from a video game. I will. Carlos father.
Hi class.
Hello.
Scientific studies show how that violent video games increase aggressive thoughts and behavior. Unlike movies, games require active participation. Players control violent acts and are often rewarded for them. The American Psychological Association, APA, has confirmed that even certain exposure raises aggression and lowers empathy. Repeated exposure can normalize violence and desensitize players over time. This might affect how they react to stress or conflict badly. So yes, violent video games might not directly cause violence, but they clearly increase the risk. And in a society already facing the rising aggression, that's a serious concern. I'm gonna handle to Moises.
Hold on. Mike's on?
Yes.
If you I'll pause it from
I don't know if you don't have
It's okay.
Good day, everyone.
Good
Morning.
day.
Good day.
It's good.
Day is good.
It's
Awesome.
Good day, Moses, good day.
I will start a little bit about real life case and social impact, but about the social impact on the children, they say social impact on children who play video games can lead to difficult in school, such as concentration problems. Violent video games can also lead children to perceive perceive violence as
Violence.
normal or acceptable things, like some student or some children that always they follow their kid to use video game or play video game. They have a lot of trouble. It's probably and violence video games can have several negative impacts on children, such as leading to sleep, like they can get a problem to dream or to sleep, and also the children that they follow the video game, the bad video game or violent video game, can get the social isolate, like they can live sometimes alone, like the people, they cannot be around a lot of people because probably they will have different idea and different things about with other people. And also we can find four situations that is case real life. In this case, we can find like some school students were obsessed with violent video games. Like we can find in a school, some student can mimic the video game like Call of Duty. Because if you watch most same video game, or if you play some video game, you can do same thing. And also, games can act as triggers for unstable individuals.
Unstable individuals.
Yeah, unstable individuals can increase bullying and lack of empathy in everyday life. There's growing concept about the negative social behavior among the people.
I can
No,
tell.
no, don't be sorry. No, it's okay. You get a moment a little bit later on. Yes, you will during the 5-minute part. That's okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to alarm you, Moses. You were on a roll. No, you're done. Yeah, I know. Okay, you saved that hour for later. That's okay. It's all right. That's okay. Inevitably, things they run out of time a little bit. Okay. So we're making their opening arguments. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I was gonna say, of all the things y'all said, I think y'all made some pretty good points. I'll just comment maybe on how you're. It's okay. You get a chance later on to finish your thoughts. Yeah, I like how Moses, you're not reading entirely. You're just using your notes as a guide, speaking off the top of your head. I like that. A couple of y'all are reading. That's okay. We'll hear your natural voice. It's okay. It's a lot of information. That's okay. No big deal. Only one word I heard you kind of mispronounce a little bit better. You said reward. I usually say reward. Very small difference. No, don't be concerned. That's not a big deal. That's only one word. Pablo, these are pliers. Those are pliers. You said it later on. Players. Right. Anyways, no big deal. Pliers. No big deal. That in society is a tricky word to say. Okay, I think we're off to a great start so far. Y'all, let's give this back to whoever's on this team here. Here you go. All right, nice. So y'all, let's give them a big hand. Whoever's coming up, here's the big thingy. Is it Mr. F? F-A? All right.
Actually, good morning everyone. Actually, our first speaker is Laura, but I will open the I will open the conversation. Today we are going to talk about real common belief. This is do violent video games lead to real life violence? So, first of all, I want to ask a question. What is the video games? So, until the end, I will one more time ask, and I want to answer my questions. So, we are on the disagree team, and unfortunately, we believe that real video games do not cause people to act violently. So, in real life. In this presentation, we will explain our opinion with logical reasons, scientific facts, and real life, how can I say, real life examples. Let's begin with our first speaker. Let's go.
Pause the thing. Okay.
Alright, good morning everybody. So today I just want to start saying that violent video games do not make people become violent. And this is, so studies like American Psychological Association and other studies have found no strong evidences or they can show that playing these kind of video games make people causes violent criminal behavior and or mass shootings. So the people who play these games, most of the people that play these kind of games, violent games, are peacefully and friendly, and they just do this for fun to interact with other people and to forget about their stress or their hard lives. And most of those gamers are peaceful and friendly. And that also, there is something like blaming violent video games as they are that's the reason that for people to be violent is like blaming the books or movies to say that crime is because of them. And these gamers know that video games are just are not real, and they can totally separate the real life and the video games life, the fake life. So the life from game. So what can be possible right after playing this violent video games is the players can have maybe negative thoughts or short-term increases and aggressive thoughts or feelings, but not the same as the real life. A person environment, this is important, or this can be the cause to say people is violent, and it is important to know about how the people grew up. So if they got their environment, or they grew up with attitudes like anger or with issues to control themselves. So that is the real cause why people is violent, not because of the video games. And for example, impulsivity, anger issues play much bigger roles in predicting violent behavior than violent video games. And that's it. Thank you.
Cool. Stop it for a second. Okay. Pause. Just like what we do.
Say,
Okay.
thank you, my friends.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's it.
Now, I want to talk about another topic, scientific evidence and statistics. Now, let's look at what science says. Many studies and experts agree that there is no strong evidence showing a direct link between violent games and violent behavior. For example, in countries like Japan, South Korea, Netherlands, and I think United States, video games are very popular. And yes, many of them are violent, but these countries have low crime rates and low violence for this topic. So, if games really caused violence, these countries would be full of crime because so many young people play violent games. But they are not. Also, some physicists say that games can help players reduce stress instead of causing anger. Games can actually be a way to express feelings safely. Some games even improve teamwork, decision making, and problem solving. So, blaming video games is not supported by real science or the data, the idea.
Okay.
So, next.
So, continue about basically the causes of violence. Like as our team agrees says that the violence is caused by the video games. So basically, there are real life reasons why violence happens. It's not just because of the video games. It could be when we observe in real life, it is evident that there are people who have their personal issues, or either they might have some mental health issues. That's why they adopt the specific things that are ongoing in the video games, and they enroll them in their practical life, and they start doing that stuff, and that's how it causes violence. And some examples could be many people face domestic violence. A lot of people come from broken families. They see fights and stuff.
Sorry. I don't mean to make it so loud. Okay. Okay, maybe time to finish. I'm gonna let you continue maybe in the 5-minute section there, okay? I'm sorry, you were on a roll. I didn't mean to make it so loud there. Usually I like to let people finish their point, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, y'all. Oh man. So yeah, maybe you'll go to university and you might have to have a formal debate like this. And yeah, it'll be kind of structured this way. First of all, great job, y'all. I think y'all. I like how you introduced the whole thing. Welcome everybody. I know you started off with a rhetorical question. Now I'm gonna ask you.
I don't have time. If you have time after the maybe 5 minutes question.
Sure, no, that's fine, that's okay, it'll be all right. We'll have a Q&A at the end, let everybody express everything that they prepared. Okay, these folks over here now, I saw some people writing some stuff down, right? Yeah. To respond to some of the things that this team was saying. So, this is the 5-minute section now. You get a chance to respond to each other, and you'll get a 5-minute section, just like I'll let them speak again. Okay, you wanna go? Okay, let's give her a big hand, everybody. Woo! All right. Yeah. Right.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the responsibility, risk, and call to action with video games. Laura mentioned that there is not strong evidence of criminal behavior. That's true. But I just want to tell them that even if one gamer get on a bad mood and affect someone, maybe a mass shooting, maybe just go to school and start yelling at their friends or something, that's enough to promote an age-appropriate gaming with the kiddos. Because we have, as a mother, I'm concerned about my child, and I have to be careful of them. To what are they doing? I wouldn't like that my son or my girl of 6 and 5 years are playing violent video games. So I think that everybody has the freedom to do it, but I also think that everybody needs to be careful on what their child is doing. So I think it is a good idea to promote an age-appropriate gaming. That way, the children is not allowed to do it. Like, everybody's concerned about drugs, everybody is concerned about alcohol. Why we wouldn't be concerned about violent behaviors? So I think that's a good point. Also, I think these games are really realistic. Like, they are way too much realistic. They even have like the persons look alike, like football players, or the cities are the cities where we live in. So I think that makes harder to separate like the real life from the video game life, especially for the children. We have to know that under 18, the brain is not developed at all. So the emotions, like even us as adults, we have problems to control our emotions. So we need to protect the little ones. Also, I think it's work at home. I think the school and the government school help us as a father or as a mother, but I think the whole responsibility is at home. Like we have as a parent, I have to control what my kid is doing. So I think the school could help us. I think the government school help us, like putting like restriction to underage to buy these games, but I think the whole situation could be managed at home.
Stop it there for a second. Someone else in your group want to continue?
Lisa.
Talking? Lisa wants to continue talking? You got about a minute and a half. Go ahead. Yeah. It's not you wanted to continue talking. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice. That's perfect.
Like my friends say, the brain of the kids are developing
In the process of development.
and the process of development, and they don't have enough empathy if they get involved if they get too much involved in video games, violence video games, and then kids can think their real life is violent too. We have to filter all the video games and make sure they don't get involved in those violent video games, because then they get a habit. Then they get used to see violence everywhere, or they can imagine, because their brain is not ready to have all those information and filter them and say, oh, this is good, this is bad. They don't have that opportunity. We have to, like my friend said, put regulations to the kids, and also make sure to watch first what they are doing, what they are playing, and what they're going to see in those games. Video games have too much aggression. That's why you see many kids doing bullying because of the games. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Give her a hand, everybody. Yeah. Y'all get a chance to say everything you wanted to say. Basically, there's a few things. Maybe you'll have another 2-minute section at the end. All right. So sorry I cut you off earlier, Ms. Aisha. There, continue your ideas. We were about to say earlier. All right. So let's give them a big confidence and give them some eyeballs. Yeah. Yeah. Watch everybody. Yeah. Watch everybody. All right. So here we go.
So continuing with my concern, I was speaking about the mental health issues that kids have, and our society does not consider them even in the current era. approximately there are 80% of the people who do not consider mental health issues, and a pretty good example is me, myself, because I was a kid and
Lucia.
okay, as Lucia mentioned that there should be like there should be a kind of ban or a limit that these kids under 18 are not eligible to do so. It could be, but I was under 10 and I used to play GTA Vice City.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to play that 5 hours a day, and I used to have different kind of guns and I used to shoot people. Yeah, I used to shoot people and I used to love that. But I'm standing here and I never killed anybody. I never killed anybody. And my parents used to give me a time limit for that, and you used to train me for that. If you are shooting, that's just a part of the game, and in real life is different from this life. So it's all about the mind game. Yes, because as the technology has increased, we are not able to stop any like all kids. We cannot restrict them. If you are going to stop them one way, we are going to find another way. Like they're going to hide things from them, do the stuff. So we cannot stop them, but we can train them to keep the real life separate from the violent life. And lastly, we can say that this is basically could be the main cause of the violence, but not the video games. And we cannot blame something that is not the problem. Yeah, we cannot blame something, but instead we should focus on solving the real life issues.
All right. And yeah. All right. Wait, did you wait? You got a couple minutes left. You can continue talking if you like. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Aish. That was nice.
I just want to mention something else, and it's like cultural and personal factors that matter more is poverty, family issues, and substance abuse, and mental illness. Sorry. In countries like Japan and South Korea, so they got so those are the countries with the most higher players, with the most. So those countries, in those countries, there are more players that like video game players that like to play violent video games, and also they produce that kind of video games. But the data says that the homicide rate, the homicide rate says that Japan's intentional homicide rate was around 0.23 per 100,000 in 2021, down from 0.25 in 2020. And that is in Japan. And in South Korea, the national homicide rate was as of 2021, the intentional homicide rate was about 0.52 per 100,000 population, down from 0.59 in 2020. So, and the other thing that I wanted to say is, but as they mentioned, controlling the time is important. Also, as parents, it's important to talk to the kids and to educate them, to talk about them, to don't hide things and be truly transparent, to talk to them about the good things and the possible negative things. Understand why someone is drawn to certain content and consider the person's emotional feelings, social, and mental health. Thank you.
Cool. Oh, all right. Cool. Y'all done there. Nice. Cool. Give them a hand, everybody. Yeah. All right. You're coming up to the last section here now. You have time now, huh? Yeah. Okay. Hey, nicely done. again, those of y'all watching online or something, this is an ESL class, so I'm not really, this is not training their ability to debate well or not. I'm just listening for how you're speaking.
We all agree. We all agree.
Got it, yeah. So it's kind of telling, like when you were kind of like agonizing, well, how do I say this word over and over again? Yeah, I can see, you know, why. That's okay. Homicide. Some words, yeah, homicide. Some words I say the H sound like a homicide, but other words I don't say the H sound, like herbs and hour. It's kind of weird. Anyway, great point. I like how you were following your notes and just kind of off the top of your head, you're using your natural English. Great job, Miss Lady. Okay. Y'all, we're coming up to the last section of this debate. Y'all that are in the audience, people on the internet cannot see this, but there are a total of 3 people in the audience, and there are 7 people up here, so you guys are outnumbered. You guys can fill out that survey there, and I'm eventually going to, don't put your name on it, but I'm going to put make the PDF available for everybody to see. Did you all get that email yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. You can vote for which team do you think made the better case, not the one you necessarily agree with. And you can also think of some questions. All right. Okay, so last time you have 2 minutes to make additional points if you want, or summarize. If you're looking at me, I don't know. Whoever's doing it, right? Okay. Pablo's going to do it. Okay. All right. Let's give him a hand. Is he still thinking about it?
If you sure, I can talk first if you want.
Pablo, it's up to you. Would this team like to, in the interest of you gathering your thoughts for a couple minutes, let them go first? You want to do it that way? Yeah, let's do it that way. They'll get their 2 minutes, and then later. Okay, will that work better? Thank you. That's a good solution. Okay, go. Let's give them a hand. All right. Closing argument. All right.
First of all, did you think what's the video games? The first I did ask the question. So, my opinion, the video games can be everything. For example, the Lord of Rings. Do you know the history? Actually, this is really originally is book, but after that it came up the movie, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe after 5 years or 2 years, I don't know. It can be the video games, and some video games it become a movie, right? Or a TV show, anything. So if we are seeing the violent video games lead the real life violence, we need to say everything, every position, every the how can I say history. Actually, I don't mean yeah. So we strongly believe that violent video games do not cause real life violence. And millions of people play these games around the world, and most of them never show violent behavior. Video games are just a form of entertainment, like movies or books. Players know the difference between the game world and real life. Also, many scientific studies show that there is no strong link between playing violent games and become violent. We understand that some people worry about children playing these games, but this is why age ratings and parental controls exist.
Okay. Sounds like that. All right. Oh, yeah. Last. Okay. Finish your idea.
Yeah. The real responsibility belongs to parents, teachers, and society. Not the games teams up.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. And I'll give you all a few seconds later too. That's fine. Cool. I'm glad you made a picture. Society is a tricky word for everybody to say. Yeah. This team over here, that team over here. Okay. Hey man, that was good. Thank you. I can tell you're talking off the top of your head. All right. I'll make some comments later about your points. All right. Okay.
I wanna highlight one I want to highlight one argument that they are using too much. That is, violent video games only affect those who come from difficult environments or have bad personality traits. So why so we expose everyone to this danger instead of restrict their access to this kind of danger? Because if I'm going to the store or something, they are not asking me if I have something wrong with me, or how they can control that. It's too easy. It's very accessible.
Accessible.
Yeah, accessible. So, in my opinion, there is no point because violent video games, they are not making the world safer, or so we have to restrict them to protect our fragile people.
Fragile people.
It's not the word that I want to use, but
Okay.
I just don't find it.
That's all right.
And in summary, our position is that violent video games desensitize players, increase aggression, and reward harmful behavior. The studies and psychological research show clear short-term effects and possible long-term ones. The real-life violent cases have been linked to violent gaming habits. Even if only a small group is affected, the damage can be tragic and irreversible for everyone. We need a stronger awareness, regulation, and education to protect vulnerable players. That's the word. Vulnerable.
Vulnerable. Australia there. Okay.
That's why we film violent video games lead to real world violence, and so be treated as a serious issue.
Okay. All right, give him a hand, everybody. Yeah. All right. First of all, I guess I know that feeling. Searching for the word is on the tip of my tongue, or as you guys say in Spanish. Lingua. How do I know that feeling. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, you'll get a chance in just a second. I tell you what, someone's gonna ask something from the audience, and then I'll let you weigh in. Okay, all right. Sounds good. So I was gonna say, both teams did a lot of research and had a lot of things prepared. I was looking at some of the notes you had. You had like a play-by-play of exactly who's gonna say what, whatever. Yeah, you right? You showed that to me yesterday. Yeah, exactly how it's gonna go down. Yeah, for those of y'all, thinking, oh no, I got to do a presentation in class. You'll be surprised. You'll always speak longer than you think you can. It's like, wow, I'm running out of time. That's what happened a lot here. So, it's good to be have more than you want to do. All right, who wants to weigh in with a comment or a question toward? Do you have an opinion about this, Annie? I'm looking at you.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, sure.
I agree to team agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's true. That violent video games leads to violence, real violence. But Team Disagree made some very, very much valid points, because those kinds of games are gonna affect more to the kids who already are facing some kind of a violence or mental health, because they just want to time out from their family to play, and if they're playing the violent games, it's affecting them even worse.
Okay.
But
It's a little conflicted, huh?
yeah,
Sure.
but I agree to them.
Fair enough. Okay, go ahead and weigh in. What do you want to say?
FS saying, oh, video games is like watching a movie or reading a book. It's not the same, because the video games are inspired to get immersed in the video games. They can like you playing shooting, like she said, like Senisha said, I have a bunch of guns in my box of the video games. You get immersed at the point you believe you have those
Did you
things.
watch John Wick?
Hmm?
Did you watch John Wick?
What's that?
The movie.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying. John Wick?
John Wick, yeah. For example, if the child or the young people watch the John Wick series, can be he or she can be violent in the real life because I think no.
But you are watching. You're not part of that. The part when you get part of that games, it's like, oh, I have to say this thing and get this and then give this for do this. Like oh, I have to get some guns or I have to go this way to find something. You get immersed, extremely immersed in those
Immerse
things.
is a good word,
It's
yeah.
not the same like watching a movie. Like you watch a movie yesterday, you almost forget like 60% of the movie you watch. Instead, a video game, you get at the point you are obsessive with the game that you can dream you can dream the game.
Okay.
You are waiting to finish the activity you are doing right now. The kids are like that. I had the opportunity to care a kid in the class, a boy.
Okay.
And he said, oh, I can't live without this video game. At the point we say, oh, you don't going to have your Switch anymore for a long time because you can't say that. He's like, oh, I want to do this and this. He was all the time speaking about the game, not like a movie.
Obsessive,
Movie,
yeah.
They get obsessive and they don't speak like that. And the kid react like that also
Okay.
when he was playing with his brother.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you. And I'm
It's a lot of stimulus for a kid. Yeah, a lot of stimulation for a kid that his brain is developing.
he get too involved.
Yeah, it's like a drug because it has like a lot of colors, a lot of movement, a lot of sounds, a lot of.
I also think that the main problem here is that we, as a society, we are like normalizing violence.
Normalize. Good word.
Like everybody thinks that that's normal, like, and it's not.
Yeah, very good.
It's really not.
Cool. I'm gonna let. He's really wanting to say something.
Only one question. What's our article name?
What's
Our
our
debate name. What's the debate article name? What?
What's the name of the
Yeah.
debate? What's the topic? Or,
Violent
better way to say it is,
video
what's
games.
the topic of the debate? Yeah.
What's yeah? Violent
Call of
video
Duty.
games.
Violent video games.
Why we say video games, not only games?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do we say video games?
I think you keep making the point. Like, there's other media that's violent, books and movies and the rest of that. And we don't discriminate against them. It seems like it's discriminatory against those type of media.
But it's like
It's
I told you
immersive,
before,
right?
like I told you before, now the violent video games,
Video, yeah, video.
they try, like if they try to bring you the movement of the person are playing, at the point that you just see through his eyes
Yeah.
of the game. It's not like a movie that you see the people acting. Sometimes you can see through their eyes, but not that much that you do at the video game, where you believe you are part of the game.
And also,
It,
if you go to the movies has an age for it.
Oh.
Like,
Well, video
My-
games do too. Yeah.
but not all of them.
Mm,
That's the thing.
I wanna make one point.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like, when I was small, my big brothers, they had a game called Sega. I don't know if you guys know that. Sega,
What's the
okay?
system? That's safe.
Yeah. It had a video cassette and they used to play Street Fighter on that, right? And then I used to see them, they used to, like repeat the moves with each other. right? So I would go with this, that if today's kids are playing some kind of games which involves guns and things like those, they get obsessive. Oh, this is the big gun. Okay, I want this gun. And they would go to the toy store and they would directly go to the gun section and they would find those guns that, oh, I'm playing this game and this gun and everything. And that leads to reality one day. It does.
Anybody else ever here want to weigh in about anything? Okay. Yeah. I can see this is really hitting him and it's very personal. I hear you. Okay.
I'd like to make a point. Okay, so, the video games, they are doing stuff like, they're saying they're doing stuff like the kids are adopting the actions and they're doing it. But the point is we are focusing on the issue and not the solution, right? So, instead of telling the like letting them do that, it is the responsibility, as Lucia said, that as a parent, they are considered about their child, the well-being of the child, that he might not get harmed by any other person or he might not harm another kid like that. So the solution is that even if the kid is playing the video game, the guardian is supposed to guide him, is supposed to train him, and is supposed to stop him when he goes to the shop and rush towards the guns. And even if he gets those guns, it is the responsibility of parents, because it is not just that they look at the video games and start fighting. There are multiple, for example, if they sit with some friends who use bad language, they will start speaking bad language, because a kid is someone, as they said, that under 18 they are kids and they do not have the ability to control their emotions. So how you are going to mold them, they will be molded the same way. So it is your responsibility to train them, but not to restrict them, because if you are going to restrict them, there is no such way, right, nowadays that under 18 are not allowed to watch these things. Even if the movies you don't have a way, even if they say under 18 are not allowed to watch these movies, they still have a way, because social media is everywhere.
Got it. Yeah. So there's no way to control it anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
we
not do
have
that.
no control, so we must focus on the solutions.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
well articulated there. Okay, cool. If anybody else in the audience want to weigh in, do you have an opinion about this? You got about kids? Okay. All right. Let's see. Moses, you want to say something first? These two ladies got to speak.
That's it too. The video games, it's really bad. It's just for you can find what's your favorite video game. That is you can the thing that you can store in random video games is how you can protect yourself. That's it.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm used to what you get.
Like before I'm against and also like when you watch a movie, like you say videos, you can watch a video, but in the video games you perform all the time. You
You're
perform
active.
and it's very active, and it's not also it's also that you repeat all the time, and how we learn, you repeat things. It's not like a movie you just watch one time, happen that, happen this, but the movement that I repeat, you get used to. You get used to those.
Yeah, sorry. Lucia just said she wanted to say one more thing.
Like, I'm gonna agree with the board that,
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
All right.
I agree with the board that we can, she said that as a parent, I can, like,
Keep an eye.
no, no, she didn't use that word, forgot the word, but she said that as a parent, I can say no to my child to not do it because he will find a way to
Yeah.
restrict him, to restrict. Of course I can, of course, and I'll do it. My kids only have an iPad, but they only have one app,
Mm-hmm.
and I control everything.
There you go. Okay, so there is a. Right.
So I can do it. I also can do it with video games.
All right.
But I also agree with you that not everybody is going to become a violent person because you play and you're not violent. That's right. But even if just one person become, that's danger for a whole society.
Yeah, just one.
So we don't need to 10 people become violent. We just need one. And that's the point. We have to they're safe.
Nice to say.
And we live in I think this society, like the American society, just need like a little bit of fire to become a big mess. And so that's the whole thing. Like we have to take care about what is doing our children and what are they playing with. And we can't think that violence is normal because it is not.
And instead of violent games, you can use you can play games that introduce you to learn something useful.
Of course. Koski, do you have an opinion about this? Do you play games? Or you have an opinion
Yeah,
about
I
this?
play the game, but I play different game.
Do you have an opinion about one of these teams? Which team do you think?
It's a nice guy.
I mean, you're a young man, and usually violent video games are usually for young men, right? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Violent video games.
I don't think so. Why? Because when you have, ¿cómo decirlo? When you have, ¿cómo decirlo?
Okay, I'm not grading you anymore.
Healthy, even you have your mind in another thing.
Distracted.
I think if you do something is different, I think that can send your mind to do something wrong. Example, you like video game, you like to play video game, but that can turn your mind to go to the go outside to get the gun and to kill somebody.
Yeah.
And that if that influences you to do that and you are sick, that's in my opinion.
Okay, cool. You kind of agree with these folks. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm just curious. Okay, now that the debate is over, y'all. Okay, Moses, were you the folks at home? These people got put into teams randomly, so they may have been arguing the opposite of how they truly feel. Moses, are you on the team that you truly agree, or would you more closely agree with a disagree side on this topic? And now that the debate is over, right?
Yeah, never I use 100% for everything I do in my life. Sometimes I believe that the thing we create or we believe that is bad can help one day or can impact to other people or other person in their life. Probably the violent video games can help other person to help or to protect, and can also create situation or problem for other people. So depends how you wanna use the video games or what idea you install or what is your intention about the video about the testing or applying the video game. But 7% I can say I'm disagree.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
So
Oh, you agree?
I agree that they have to bend about the theory of 20. I say I disagree because it can help other people learn. I said before that can help you to protect yourself.
Okay.
Send that can help other people to start the different idea that it's not bad.
Fair enough. Thank you. Lucy, are you on the team that you would more or less agree with? Are you have an opinion one way or the other? You don't care? I don't know. Personal.
I really don't care.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Interesting. First of all, thanks for inserting anecdote. I'm a mom. That is also very persuasive. You were inserting your anecdote too. It's like, I've done this before. Yeah, you too. It's like, yeah, I've done this before. And that's very persuasive. Anyway, but yeah. Okay.
Because I have a brother.
Mm.
He's older than me, and he loves to play. Like he's a gamer.
Mhm.
But I have seen him that when he starts playing, he could be there until 4 or 5 a.m.
Wow.
playing.
Okay.
So his way to control his desire to play is just
disconnect everything, put it on a bag, and throw it at the at the garage. That way, he wouldn't the game is not connected, so he wouldn't feel the desire to play.
Gotcha. So he's prone to he's
He
vulnerable
realized,
to addictive
yes,
behavior.
so that's the way he and he's not a bad guy,
No,
but he plays football. He doesn't play like violent games.
yeah.
But my own concern as a parent is like in Colombia where I came from, it's not easy to buy a gun. So maybe the kiddos could be like crazy and start fighting, but it's difficult to buy a weapon even if you are 28 plus.
Yeah.
18 plus.
Right.
But here, you can buy a gun as easy as a candy. So it's very different.
It's a
So-
benefit.
And now I live here.
I see. So you're a little bit more worried than
Yes.
than you were back.
So
Oh my God.
of course I'm concerned, but I'm pretty sure my kiddos wouldn't. I'm not going to buy a video gun for that.
Yeah, if you control it already.
I control that.
So,
And I understand that everything has been changing a lot. And my daughter, she's 6, and like 1 week ago, or maybe 2, she asked me like, oh, when are you going to buy me a cell phone? And I was like, cell phone? You're 6. Why do you want a cell phone? I'm not gonna buy it. You know, so as a parent, I have to put some limits and do what I think is good for them.
cool. Gotcha.
Because they are my kids right now, but in 12 years, they're not mine anymore.
You're making a lot of the same points she was making over here, I think. Yeah.
So, yes, I have to guide my kids, but I don't want, I'm also expecting that the other parents do the same
Oh, yeah. Well,
So-
they don't always.
In their
necessarily.
way.
in their way, so
Yeah.
that's the main thing. So as a society, yes, we have to take care of each other. That's the
Love
main
it.
thing, I think.
Right on. Pablo, are you on the right team?
I love playing violent video games. I like to play Call of Duty.
You and Efe need to get together, because I can tell, he's like,
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care. I mean,
yeah, you've never felt it.
Yeah, like no, he's right. It's very. I'm agree that it's very addictive.
Sure.
It has to be controlled in any certain way
Mhm.
because if you don't control it,
Yeah.
but the aggressiveness and everything doesn't come as they say doesn't come only of video games.
Come from.
So yeah, so maybe we have to focus instead of only focus on restrict video games. We have to make the other aspects of life of the society better in order to change the mindset of the people when they are playing. That's it. But I play a lot of video games and I'm still the same person. Right?
Yeah, it didn't change you, it didn't affect you at all. You have an opinion about this? Are you on the right team?
No.
You agree that?
I really like video games.
Okay, you do, right? Yeah.
Oh my
You guys
god!
are online and
Wow.
some other stuff, you mentioned that
My
earlier.
TV is always.
But you are making
Online
such
player
a
with-
passion point for your
Yeah.
team,
But-
and you believe the opposite.
For
it's a winner
me,
mindset.
it's very excited and challenging.
Again, of
for
course,
me.
yeah.
I'm not involved like in the violence. I like to kill people when I play it, of course. But for me, I can separate real life from the video
I can
games.
separate real life from video games. It's well said. I like the way you phrase that.
No,
That's good phrase. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. But I don't get involved when I was like a baby. I was involved in video games when I was like 12.
You started later. is
Yeah,
your point.
12
So maybe
or
it might have been
13.
different if you started earlier.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
because at that time I can say, oh, well, not 100%, but
Yeah,
at that time I can say, oh, I know what is a video game and what is real life.
there you go.
But I really like video games.
Okay, love it. Cool. Okay.
Absolutely 100 disagree.
You are on the right team, right? Yes. I could say you love it already. What video games do you love playing?
Actually, I'm most of the play the, how can I say, the Souls game. I think I can. Yeah, I can't.
Soldier?
No, yeah, but Gothic. I don't know. I can't explain because difficult types of games.
Okay.
Not it has a violent but not full violent.
Sure.
Most of the historical.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
They're historical games. Okay, like war games.
Yeah.
Soldiers, what you were trying to say there.
Yes.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, fun. Okay.
I-
Are you? Do you have a strong opinion about this at all? I mean, yeah, you did play. Now, first of all, is that true? That you play video games a lot? Is that true?
Not now because I don't have time, but I love them, and I used to play like horror video games as well, and I
Oh.
also used to play like car racing games,
Oh, fun.
and like I'm on both sides because I also have seen an example like Lucia was saying right at some point because in my home country there was a real incident that happened. Like there was a 7-year-old kid and he was watching he was playing a game basically with his teenager cousin, and after watching the game his teenager cousin took the knife and he literally killed him. Yeah, and afterwards they saw that he's not at home and stuff like that, and they saw that the small 7-year-old kid was besides in like bush or something. Yeah, so it happens, but like I don't know because on the positive side I am also a kid and I used to play the games.
Sure.
And my mom used to yell at me that you are giving too much time on your iPad. I had an iPad, I had a phone, I had my own PC,
Sure.
and I used to play for hours. But then she used to give me like, if you want this video game or if you want this thing for 2 hours or 1 hour, you have to do this thing first.
I see. So she
Yeah,
put
so-
limits with time.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Yeah, so that's what I used to do because when I had no iPad or anything, I used to like when we were in a family gathering, I used to grab anyone's phone, like my uncle's phone, and I still used to play it.
Wow, I see.
Yeah, I still used to play it, so it was like she was not able to restrict us
I see.
totally, but she was strict.
So the point you were making earlier is like it's not possible from
Yeah.
personal
Yeah,
experience.
but
Yeah.
it's dangerous.
Okay.
It could be dangerous for some things.
See, you're
Like
a little bit
I'm on,
conflicted.
I can.
I'm really glad you guys have a lot to say about this and you know about personal experience. Do you have an opinion? Are you on the right team, Ms. Laura?
I am in the middle, so
Okay.
I agree with it's important to have a strong education, like strong parents
Yeah.
who teach us, of course with love, but also with authority, and with boundaries. So this is important to don't be weak,
Weak.
to don't be weak when we confront the society, what is happening in the world, because it's so easy to copy other behaviors.
Yeah.
It's so easy to watch a movie and to see like, okay, for me in my case it's like I don't know, but I think like white people make so many series about drugs. If they are teaching people how to do that again, so they are giving them ideas how to make a business, how to, and I am like, why? Of course they want to show the reality, they want to show the history, they want to show what happened, and to do not repeat the things. But for me, it's like it's so easy to say like, hey, if that person did that in the past, I can totally do that again. So I don't know, but I think we have to be strong, or to have a strong education to don't be weak in front of that. And also, so yes, I think it's possible to do not be violent, to don't become a violent person if we have boundaries, but also it's necessary to take care of our mental and emotional health.
Love it. Good. Well said. All right. Cool. I got a lot of
I
English.
have a point.
One more. Go.
Like for me, what is the sense of restrict everything for everyone?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, only for me, it's only a way to make for example, for your kids, make them weaker. If you don't teach them, if you don't teach them the bad side of video games or other aspects, only the good side. When they grow up and they have the time that they are gonna face problems, real problems, they are going they are not going to know how to confront them.
Mm-hmm. I like the way you're phrasing that. That was good. Okay.
I don't agree.
Yeah. Oh, you don't agree. I don't agree.
I don't agree, I'm sorry.
That's it.
I want to add
I
one
don't
point.
agree.
Oh. Okay. Well, we're still going. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right.
It's not about weaker.
It's about what?
It's about
It's about being weak. Yeah.
it's about what they can consume or not.
Yeah. All right. And you wanted to make one more point there, Miss Aisha.
Everything has to be with responsibility.
Sure.
And young people, young children, should you consume that type of video game?
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
I don't disagree that an adult plays whatever he wants. He can do it,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to protect children. That's it.
Cool.
Children can make a difference on what they're doing.
Yes.
That's the main thing. And like
Yeah.
right now they're exposed to a lot of information,
Yeah.
so we have to like filter
Mm-hmm.
a little bit for them
That's right.
and make them a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So
Buffer.
it's not about make them weak, just
Mm.
being conscious
Cool. Fair
of
enough.
what's good and what's not.
Fair enough. You kind of disagree with your teammate. Oh, did you want to make one more point? Is it like one more thing? Okay.
Like she was saying about the training thing. I am on the both sides, but still I just cleared my road test few weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You passed
but,
it.
Yeah, but before giving the road test, and they have a requirement to watch the impact video they have online on their
Oh,
website.
yeah.
And you need
Of
to have that
crashes?
certificate. Yeah.
Mm.
So before watching that, I was a bit scared if I might not clear the test. And
You might
secondly,
pass
I
the
was
test.
not pass the test, and I was also excited at the same time that finally I'm going to drive because I love to drive.
All right.
Yeah, since my childhood, it was kind of a dream that I want to drive. But when it was 1 a.m. at night, one day before the test, and I saw that video, and when I saw that video, like it literally shook my heart because
Mm.
they were kids, like they were showing the reckless driving and
Yeah.
different kinds of mistakes that people make while like enjoying their drive,
Mm.
but literally there was blood and
Oh, boy.
the kids were killed. So
Yeah.
since after that, whenever I drive, like I literally never go over the speed limit. I make sure that I'm not breaking any kind of rule. Even if the speed limit is 40 and I'm allowed to go till 43 or 44, I don't exceed 40.
There you go.
Because
Yeah.
there's something in my mind.
That's right.
I
Hey.
started like that.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, everybody stay off your phone when you're driving. I got a bad habit. That's a good thing to remember. Yeah, that's a good thing to remember. Hey, y'all,
Thank you guys.
don't forget your homework for you.